Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I have to tell you, Letitia, I've done a lot of interviews on the podcast, but that is a first for me, hearing that someone has done modeling with a live octopus. Like, I've genuinely never heard anything like that before, and you're not even squidding.
And it was a fan at a New York Comic-Con convention. It was the ultimate compliment. He came up to me because he wanted, me to sign Tonwi's action figure. Excuse me. And he said to me, he was looking a bit sheepish. And he said to me, I hope you don't think I'm weird. And I'm like, no, why? And he said, well, Tonwi, it's the first time I've ever wanted to have sex with an alien. And it's true, Tonwi is sexy.
Check out our YouTube channel, Check out our YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/user/everythinggeekcast.
Super intense at this moment, so I pull up to the left and do that, or pull up to the right, pull down. So it was kind of like he was directing me in a first-person shooter. And there's this huge green screen in front of me, and I'm a big video game guy, so that was an easy job for me.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely helps with that video game experience. Like,
it does.
Yeah, all those hours of multiplayer paid off.
Exactly, a little bit of Fortnite. I knew what I was. That's what it felt. It felt like. Well, actually, it felt closer to like Gears of War, if that makes sense. It was like that kind of in my head. That was the gameplay I actually had in my head.
Yeah, I definitely get that. I just realized I just made a very accidental pun a moment ago.
What did you say?
I meant to say all those hours of multiplayer paid off. I said all those hours of multiplayer played off.
Yeah, it's true, and that's part. It's funny.
Sounds really interesting. Thanks for sharing that. And can you also say, will we see her gradually start to become a bit more like Catwoman in the rest of this season? That's a blooper. Jeez, I did this.
You interviewed Jeff. What did he say? How did he end the season?
He said he did get the one where Javi and Kate were alive, and if you haven't played the whole season, if I say anything other than that, it's a spoiler. So.
Oh, I mean, I obviously played out every single option. So as the actor, so I'm completely aware there's no such thing as a spoiler for me because I was already in all the scenes.
No. I just made myself sound like a complete fool.
Yeah, so it's not a spoiler for me, darling. But
yeah.
They said she had glasses, so I wore glasses in my audition tape. They said she's like a tough boy, or a tough boy. what is that? I just created a weird word. Tomboy.
I'm sorry.
Tough.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Kelly, but that's going in a blooper reel someday.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. You just had to get a pun in, didn't you?
I did, and I didn't even know it was coming. It just appeared.
Yeah, that's the exact same as my tough nut pun the last time you were on the show.
Yeah, don't punish me.
Well, they are puntagious after all.
Yes, they are. They are.
Before this interview derails completely.
Hold on 1 second. Yeah, we're doing an interview. Yeah, sorry. Sorry about that.
I believe season 3 finished shooting recently, so I mean, I'm sure there'll be a season 4 to look forward to as well.
I can't speak on that, but if we do, yes, I'm sure it'll be fantastic. It would be a shame to not see the show go on.
Hello, Brian, and thank you for joining us today. My first question for you is, how did you decide you wanted to become an actor? Oh, excuse me, that's Lori's question. I apologize. Which character have you always wanted to play in film or television?
Here we go. It's basically pendulum cards. They're like spell cards in the sense that you can use special abilities and kind of things like that, but it's tricky because you don't put them in the monster card zone, you spread them across the board, and they'll be like, say a monster is a level 1 pendulum card and the other on the board is level 8, you can then summon monsters from level 2 to level 7. It's like in between those numbers of the cards, and then you can summon monsters from levels 2 through to 7 all at the same time. So it's a tricky one. I think I actually messed up the explanation at first. I should have just skipped ahead to the levels 2 to 7 part. I think I really messed up on the original description.
Yeah, this already sounds too complicated for me.
Yeah, I'll just stick with the ending from now on.
You get to kind of, you get to move around. They put a little microphone cap on your head, so you get to move, and you're not just sitting in a chair all day.
Right. You know what I mean? Like, I got this. So, sometimes those scenes, look, they're so exciting to get to do. And I wouldn't say difficult, I would say challenging, because it's in a good way. But, a scene like that where you are trying to keep all those balls in the air can be pretty challenging.
Yeah, definitely. And I have to confess, when you said I'm okay, I genuinely was just thinking about the police car I can hear in the background.
Yeah, they're FDMY ambulance just going past.
I was like,
I pulled over to let them go.
Yeah, that would be like one of the most hysterical moments on the podcast if a guest got arrested or taken away in an ambulance.
Live on the podcast. Highest listeners ever.
I'll tell you what though, if nothing else, this is going in our next blooper reel, just the fact that there's a siren in the background.
Exactly. That's the thing with all these shows, with any of these, Walking Dead or like even Game of Thrones. That's one of the.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And I have to confess something. I forgot to edit the notes a little bit. Like, I accidentally put in that question instead of the Vampire Diaries, The Walking Dead, because my last interview was a Walking Dead one. And it's still in the notes, Walking Dead. Just for that question.
It's so easy.
This is funny, and I gotta say it's the next bit for the benefit of our listeners, because it's a very funny thing. When I booked Clay, when I booked you for this show, usually I book Star Wars guests actually the day before, the week before, the Saturday before, I should say, my birthday, but, I really like Crow and Jesse. I'm already making mistakes, clearly, so I decided, go book him, go see if I can get him for this Saturday instead of a Star Wars guest this year. Then it's hilarious, because as you just told us, literally right before we went live, it's my birthday on Monday, but it was yours yesterday, and that's really funny.
Absolutely. We're birthday buddies.
Yeah, we definitely are now. Definitely. That's really interesting to hear. But you might not thank me for saying this, though. I'm glad the producers gave you a heads up in advance.
Oh!
Your reaction made that joke perfect. I was worried you wouldn't get it.
Oh, God.
Thought that you both shared certain similarities, like...
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? You need to talk a little slower.
Yeah, it's like... I just thought it was interesting, because, like, the fact that you looked like, I'm not speaking slow, am I? Sorry, I'll slow it down. Sorry.
Please tell me you know who Cad Bane is.
Of course I know who Cad Bane is. Shut up.
Well, describe him, then.
Oh my god! Hold on, I'm going to win back some credibility here. I know
I thought you knew him. That's not going to get you very far.
I've been put on the spot. I'm feeling a little bit of pressure. I can picture him in my head now. He wears a hat.
Okay, that's something. What color is his skin?
It's like a greeny, browny.
No! It's blue.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't the normal, like, I knew it wasn't, like, human skin tones unless you've got a condition, and I suggest seeing a doctor. But, I do remember you talking, and I think, if I'm right, he is the one that says, "Shut up, Dengar."
No, that's Bosk.
I don't know what I'm doing here.
Evidently, you'd rather not talk Star Wars.
I feel like, oh god.
Let me see. You think Cad Bane is green brown, and you also think he's the one who says "Shut up, Dengar." That's 2 fails. Can you make it a lucky number 3?
I might be mixing him up with someone else now that you mention it.
Yeah. What does he remind you of?
I don't know. But
he reminds me of a Western type character.
Yes, the hat looked like a, can't remember, cowboy hat, and then
Fedora, something like that.
yes,
Or is it, I don't know.
remember the hat, and he has like goggles. Does he? Oh, I think he was your like. I think he was your profile picture, bro.
He has big red eyes.
Oh well.
At least tell me you remember the breathing filters.
Yes, they're the things that he wears to
To, well, breathe, I hope.
Yes, if they're doing his job, unlike me.
Yeah. Oh, this is actually hilarious.
I think I just got a text from Daniel because he's totally listening.
We're being crashed on air.
Yes. So I went in and they sat me down. Daniel just texted me "Ravaging Rebellion" with 18 exclamation points.
Cloaks that you were describing, the black cloaks you'd have to wear over your costumes. Just so drones could even get a sneak peek. My voice cracked there. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I know.
The next one, Nathan Fillion filmed a scene in which he would portray Simon Williams, aka Wonder Man, but the scene was deleted from the final cut, which is pretty disappointing because there's a lot of Nathan Fillion fans out there, and it would be nice to get Wonder Woman on the big screen. Wonder Man.
Let's say we got Wonder Woman on the big screen.
Yeah, got Wonder Man on the big screen. That's definitely been edited out.
Bit by the zombie and he has to face his... Sorry, there's a bug. There was a bug. Oh, sorry. Microphone. Everyone's ears just broke.
I know. I thought you were trying to scare me or something.
Who plays the Peter Cushing character? Grant Hoff. What's his name? What's his name? What's his name?
I'm sorry, this is going in a blooper reel sometime.
And
his name is Grand Moff Tarkin. Not sure its Pokemon episode is aired.
I don't know. I think I read somewhere that it's airing soon. I think it's episode 10 or something, but I haven't really I haven't kept up on it, so I'm not sure.